Every reflection is a reminder that you carry light within you. Don't dim it for fear or doubt. Shine boldly because the world needs your glow. Welcome to The Mirror with Beauty Benjamin. It's a beautiful Friday morning and we come to you live from the series of Rstv. You can watch us live, first online and Rstv online. You can go to our social media handle and continue watching from there. Now I want to give you something for today as we look into today's topic. Marriage as partnership. In many marriages, money is considered as not yours or mine. In such cases, loans don't really exist between spouses. What one gives, the other shares. Agree boundaries. Some couples, however, maintain personal finances separately. If you both agree that the money given was a loan, not a gift, then yes, repayment should follow that understanding to keep trust and respect. Thirdly, intent matters. If the money was given out of love and support, like helping with an urgent need, then treating it as a loan might create tension. But if it was clearly stated as borrowing, repayment honors accountability. You're welcome to The Mirror today. I have with me my colleague in the house. I want to read something to you. Let's meet my colleague before we go into what I want to read. For us, it's online, something online, and that's why I give you that preamble so that you understand where we're coming from. Let's meet Helen Eric Jemiwa. You're welcome to The Mirror. This is the first time on The Mirror, right? Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's the first time on The Mirror.
Oh, yes. And I'm actually thinking that I should at least have a bottle. You know, it could be, but let there just be something on the table, because I should be treated. Excuse me, I should be treated with. I'm your guest. Please treat me like your guest.
Okay, I think if you can hear me in the welfare, can we have a bottle of something soft as we go on the program, so that she can cool herself down?
Yes.
On the bottle will come. But if you don't find it, just keep looking for the bottle. Something chill.
Please. I don't like that phrase. If you don't find it, please, it should be found.
No, you can search up to my one. I'm sure you will get it. By the time you get to my one, I'll come back. You'll find it there. You're welcome to
Beauty. So at what point will
now our topic is love, money, and payback. Should a spouse return a loan or let it go? Let me read something for you that is online, that was written in the last book. And influencers, they are picking up from different angles. They are weighing it here, Let's see if we can have a balance. Now, Femi Otedola wrote that he loaned 40 million naira to his wife when she was about starting out.
Hold on, 40. 4 and 0.
Yes.
Million naira.
Yes.
Okay.
To his wife when she was about setting up her business in his book. She paid the money back to him. Okay? Femi is a billionaire. 40 million naira to him is a drop in the bucket. Yet he couldn't give it up to his wife. He wanted her to make use of the money judiciously, thereby growing her business. Nana Otedola returned the money after her business had grown. Unlike most Nigerian women, they wouldn't have returned the money. The fastest way to lose money in Nigeria is to lend it to your lover, a woman, in quotes. 95% of them will not return it. It is common to see regular Joes giving their wives monthly allowance for clean house. Their lazy, useless, entitled, and unproductive equals get paid monthly for spending productive hours watching TikTok videos or Facebook reels. How can those schemes make meaningful progress in life? Love, money, payback. Should a spouse return a loan or let it slide? That was why I gave us the prayer. But I said, look, I gave us 3 here. Marriage as partnership, agree boundaries, intent matters. Boundaries say some couples, however, maintain personal finances separately. If you both agree that the money given was a loan, not a gift, then yes, repayment should follow that understanding to keep trust and respect. Love, money, and payback. I mean, you love me. I mean, should we be returning money when we borrow? I mean, borrow now. Should it be returned?
It just reminds me of that song, sung by I'll remember along the line. Okay, now, is a marriage or a relationship? Are we strictly being guided by marriage?
Relationship, marriage, whatever.
Okay. Now, every relationship should have a set goal.
But you know, marriage goes higher than it goes. Marriage is defined. You both are in the marriage. Relationship could break.
Could be siblings. If
No,
we're looking at
no. Let's look at marriage.
Okay, only
spouse.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. Now, these three, love, money, and payback, I think they are a key component of every relationship.
Exactly.
Because in every relationship you find that there is something. If the money is not there, you see that the love will get one eye past 5 eye. It's true.
Okay.
If you love me and you're not giving me money, what will I eat? We love puts. I was going back home yesterday. Someone said, "Love go put food for." You understand? So, love, money, and then payback. They are key components, in the sense that they all work together.
Yeah.
They work together, so it's an integral part of the relationship, because without one, the other will suffer. Now we are looking at, should a spouse return a loan
or let it
go? Like I said earlier, every relationship should have a goal. Are you relationshiping? There's anything like, get an answer. Now, we're looking at the story you just read. The man, though a billionaire, loaned his spouse that amount of money. And then, oh, babe, okay, you want to start up something, take is a loan. It's now left for the spouse to either return it, to either make good use of it, or not. But I'm of the opinion that is a loan, it should be paid back. Now the paying back of it has some there will be some roadblocks on the way, but you should be able to surmount that roadblock and say, stick to our plan, right? Because there was a plan from the beginning. Now when you look at certain circumstances, it will spoil you. You will be faced with temptations to withhold. After all, it's my husband's money. Abi, sure, it's your husband's money. You could be tempted not to pay back. But when you look at where you're going to, because tomorrow day. So when you look at all that, you'll be tempted to pay back.
No, so, you're using the word temper. He said he did not mince his words. He said he loaned 40 million to his wife, and she paid. Nana returned money after her business had grown. And this influencer is saying that some women, not some women, say 95% will not return it. Agenda will not return it.
And I have
they will feel you're a billionaire. Why do I have to return? I'm very sure that business probably took more than 40 million years. Must have supported her. The one that was, let me just support you. But this one that was loaned, she returned it. This policy that the money should be paid back.
The one I have given to you, I have given. Let's look at. To start up that business, there are so many things you have to do. So even that 40 billion naira will not be enough. Shop for you. I've taken care of the blah blah blah, all the obiapo and all that. I've handled all that. But this one is to stop the shop. Now, because from the beginning, you know that it's a complex relationship. From the beginning, we have agreed. So now you have to approach it with care. In approaching with that care, you have to.
Okay, let me come from this angle. In starting up a business, there are
a lot of factors to be considered.
Invisible challenges that come.
Yes.
Now, supposing I started a business and challenges happen and I was not able to return the money, does that make me indisciplined?
No, you see, that was why I said you should have a discussion from the onset. Don't forget that your spouse is your backbone. Good. So now this is the money that was loaned to you. As the business goes daily or weekly, you should have the culture of running back to him and updating him. This is where we are now, and him on his own part, he will be guiding you. I always look at issue from my experience. Some time ago, I had a shop. Now, I was giving someone dashed me money that ran into millions. So I looked at this and said, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So what do I do? So I went, rented a shop, and I got a sales team,
okay,
and the business started. I wasn't running to my husband to say, oh, see how far I've gone. Perhaps I felt I have arrived. I could do it on my own. I didn't do that. After 6 months, I was looking for my money.
What happened to the money?
After we were, giving accounts every evening, we tell, when I see the money that came back home, we'll discover at times 5 fake 1,000 naira daily, at times 4. And it was a regular occurrence. And I kept talking. Yeah. So by the time I couldn't renew my rent.
So
now,
it still comes down to my question.
Yes. Now, I'm saying, run back to your coach so you'll be properly guided. If you are properly guided, the mistake, if you would have made maybe an 80% mistake, it will be minimal because you followed instructions.
But in this case now, suppose that money was taken out from the bank, will the bank listen to this story?
The bank will not listen.
Okay.
Pay is pay. Now let's confine ourselves to the spouse.
Okay.
To the spouse. Now, if you are running back to the spouse to say, see at what point, see where I am now, the spouse will always guide you. If there are all these are things that if you observe now in the society, we have so much the rate of divorces. They won't come up to say money.
So now, the topic says love, money, payback. Where is the place of love if the divorces are being carried out because of money? So where is the place of love? Because there's supposed to be love between the two people before money.
That is to tell you.
There's supposed to be a love that binds the both people together.
That is to tell you that most couples, they just couple because others are coupling. The love is not there. When love is there, love, true love is there. Every marriage will always, go through troubling trials, challenges. When the love is there and challenges comes, you find out that you will triumph. When the absence of love, you are looking at the fizzy, all that glitters. No, there is behind the scene.
One that borrowed the money from the wife. Our agenda. if the reverse was the case, now he borrowed the money, she returned back, she returned back. Now, how many percent of women out there do you think that we borrowed from their husband and they will return? This was to say 95. You bring on 95.
No, I don't believe 90. Oh, it's possible. It's possible. Let's take a look at even our, our surroundings. Our surroundings. There are ladies that you and I know. I've heard women say it. My husband, for you to return that money, you'll be hearing stories.
It's discipline.
It's discipline. Yes. So many of us, we are not. We just take we take it for granted. By the time the man will turn his back, we'll be crying. We'll be the ones crying. Now, in lending money to a spouse, it has advantages, it also has disadvantages.
Okay. First, before you go to the disadvantage, is it healthy?
It's healthy
To lend money between spouses?
It is very, very healthy.
Okay.
Very, very healthy.
Okay, let's hear.
Because it brings it is a test on your relationship, on you, on the individual, in the sense that your spouse tends to trust you the more if you're able to return that money.
Okay. So if you don't return the money, does it mean that you are less in love or that you're less disciplined? It
shows how the level of discipline.
Okay.
It shows as little as 1,000 naira
should be returned.
It should be returned. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan.
But what if love is sweet us now?
Right? No. In the
name of love, you say,
in as much as we are loving, let's be disciplined. You don't trash the discipline. Okay. You don't trash it. It's very important because it's something that you pass even to the next generation.
Okay.
That's why we find out that the decadence and the morality in our society is dropping.
You know that money is one factor that can cause a rift between two people, whether siblings, friends, and all. You just said it here that most marriages are crashing due to money factor. Now that money factor, is it like this kind of loan or that you don't have to meet up the needs of the family?
Both ways. Both ways. Daily responsibilities are increasing. And now money to attend to all this. Perhaps the man is earning 20,000 naira.
Why are you so much in love with 20,000?
Because we just read it this morning. House rent is there. School fees is there. Clothing, feeding is there. Sister, how will you cook? And this is a woman. A woman will want the children. The children should let them at least eat.
Are you saying that the men will not want the children to eat?
They would also. Some men, likewise some women, because I'm aware of a woman that don't care. She will even bring the food and eat first, and ask the children to go and take garri and water and sleep. Why is
she a mother?
She's a mother. She gave birth to them, and she will load herself well. So, what we are saying, it has to be a collective effort, both from the mother and from the father. Let's everybody maintain discipline and stick to the agreement. You see this disagreement is everywhere. Now, when you're able to return or refund that 1,000 naira that's been given to you, next time when you come knocking, even if I don't have, I will look for it, because I know you will return it, and perhaps you will also return it with gratitude. But if you do not, I have learned someone had called me and said, please, I need I said, okay, and I gave. Sister, when I now call, Oyo, you know I even borrowed this money, but you know what happened. But that was not our plan. So do you think next time that person call I will give? I won't give even if I have.
But that person was not your spouse.
Not my spouse. Now,
So
and
now,
that person is
now,
another person's spouse. The same way he's relating with me, that's how we relate with
now
him.
this brings me to my next question before we go on a quick break now. Should the money not return cause a rift that will lead to divorce? Hold your thoughts there. Let's go on a quick break, and when we return, we can tackle that. Let's go on a quick break. Hello, you're welcome back to the studios. If you're just tuning in, this is the Mirror with Beauty Benjamin. We're talking about love, money, and payback. Should a spouse return a loan or let it go? If you're watching us online, you can send me your questions. If you have answers, also send me your answers. Let's read it out now. Follow us on our social media handle. It's on your screen. Tell us how you feel. Do you think that a money loan to a spouse can cause a rift? Should it be returned? Should it be returned or should it be let go? What's your thoughts? Join us as we have a live conversation here in the studio with Helen Eric Gemini. Back to you now. I asked a question before we went on. I said, should a loan money between spouse cause a rift such as a divorce because you loan me money as my spouse and I was not disciplined enough? Because I think the word is discipline. If I was disciplined, and in communication, relationship, one of the key factors is communication. Now, because I wasn't disciplined enough, I could not return the money. Should that develop into a rift such as divorce, putting the children at risk because I was not disciplined?
Okay, now, whether it should unpaid loan, should lead to divorce, it depends on various factors.
Okay.
Now, like communication and efforts to, iron out that matters or that matter. Now, we have to address when that is on the front burner. Address the issue promptly. What is the issue here? The issue is that of unpaid loan.
Yeah.
It should be addressed. There should be discussions. They should have discussion.
Okay.
The two of them should sit down, discuss it. Now, this is what we have done. This is what we did. This is agreements we had.
Agreement is agreement.
Yes. Remember that our aim is to find solution.
Yeah.
And not dissolution. Now, when that discussion is held, if the party that is unable to pay the loan is not agreeing, invite a third party.
Okay.
You know that in Africa we don't marry only one person. we marry the extended. So involve reasonable person, because the person it matters the person you're involving. If you involve someone that will scatter the whole matter.
Because so why do you want to involve? So when you are borrowing the money, do you involve anybody? So now that has come to pay, why should we involve someone because it has come to payment time, payback time? Now let me take you a little back to online loans. Online loans, when people take loan, they involve everybody. Now, because when they take that loan, you just see a random number calling you or sending you messages that the social person borrowed money and they put you as well, they don't pay back.
You're one of the guarantees. Did you seek my permission before giving that money?
That is online. But in physical,
this is family matter.
Family. Now, if you did not involve the family when you are taking the loan, why involve the family when you are unable to pay?
You have to involve the family because you are not. This has to do with family, because if anything happens to this husband and wife, it will escalate.
Okay.
It will affect the children. It will affect the parents-in-law. It will affect the brothers and sisters-in-law. That is why you have to inform them. And you know, some of us, especially this our gender, we are good at not always telling the truth when matters arises. We'll just embellish it, you know, to suit ourselves. That is the more reason why. Reasonable person, I repeat, involve a reasonable party.
Okay.
From either, especially the wife's side.
But I think that involving a third party should come after you have done a certain communication. When you have conversation with your spouse. Now, I'm sorry. That is a word that we find very difficult to say, but it's very easy. Now, I was not educated enough on that project. I had some lapses. I was not disciplined enough, because we're talking about money. And if you go to the bank or online, you pay that money, whether the business grow or no grow.
You no concern anybody.
But now, because the person in question is your spouse, after you've exhausted this conversation, I'm sorry I did not get back to you when I was doing all of this, and I didn't carry you along. I did not talk to you, but it has happened. Please. That's when a third party should come, if it should. But if you have not done all of this, why involve a third party?
Now, I said,
third person now, you're saying the reasonable one. What if that reasonable person? France as a look, you're not disciplined now. So that's people like that.
I said that have a discussion, the two of you.
Okay.
Call for a meeting between the two of you and discuss it. Then if you're not agreeing, are you not aware that you could call for a meeting to say, look, this money, what and what and what, and you are scolding me. Is it because are you not my husband? All my efforts to see you to get you to see what I'm seeing, you're not getting it. Perhaps there could be someone from your family that could speak to you for you to understand. That, see, I borrowed this money from the bank or from somewhere else, and then I gave you. Restart up this, thinking that when you're standing, you will help supporting the family. Only for you to come back with empty plates.
Empty plates.
So if we involve someone from your family or a close pal of yours that I see two of you always together, that is reasonable, maybe the person could help speak senses into you. Because I'm aware of some persons that you tell them something that you think, oh man, the advice they will give to you will spoil the whole thing. That's why I kept emphasizing reasonable person. Now, someone that will neither support you nor support me. There are people like that.
Okay.
Involve such a person. It may not be your immediate family, it may not be your extended family, but you look at this person is on the path of truth.
Okay.
So you engage such person to, wade into the affair, to look at it. Now, and then strictly maintain the issue. Don't deviate. Don't go discussing another thing. My wife is not. Don't go there. Go straight to the topic. That way, all this will be settled.
Okay.
Now, if you, I'm coming. If you have done that and it's not working, another thing you can also do again is have counseling. There are counselors, financial counselors.
Okay.
Involve such person to wade into the matter. All we are doing is to ensure that there is no divorce.
I was following up a story. The woman brought her husband, they're not legally married, but they cohabit.
Partner.
Brought to the court and said he wants him to pay back her money. He took a loan from her. Now, she took the money from an online bank and borrowed him and said he was going to pay back. He had not paid the money. The people started disturbing her for the money. So she started paying back the loan to the online. And he kept asking, he said, you go, induce interest. No, as she pays the money she paid, the interest on top, she calculated it and keep. The next month, she paid the money for about 6 months. She calculated everything, both the interest that they charge her and the interest she put on top for him, and then sum all together.
I want to ask, what does
they came to the court, and the guy said he spent the money on her.
What?
That where will he pay back? Seriously. And he said, I don't know how you spend. I don't know. That is not my business. You asked me to take a loan from online. I took a loan and gave to you. You are not paying. They were disturbing me. The time has elapsed. They kept warning me and they're increasing tariff. I said, okay, it's so that if they keep increasing, it will build up. So I now started paying. So what I just pay, if I pay this month 15,000 and the interest of 3,000, 3,000 on top is 18,000 plus my own interest 22,000. That's 20,000. And I pay you this month this 20,000.
Your bill is 20,000.
Accumulation now it came up to a certain amount, and he said, "Bro, pay me this money." They cohabit. They live in the same house. They
are
together.
partners.
They are partners.
So every morning, hold on. Every morning when she stretches forth her hand and says, "Give me money for feeding," he brings money from, mind you, and she goes to the market and prepares delicious meal, and they both eat.
She said, "I did not ask you to give me that money for housekeeping. You borrowed it, and because the money is borrowed, you must pay it back." And the guy said, "But I spent the money. Me and you enjoy the money, so why will I pay back? You have paid the online people with your own money. That means the loan has been settled.
Thank you.
Let us stay." And the woman said, "No, we are in court because I want that money. You must pay me back."
Else,
in that situation now, do you think that is going to cause a rift between them? They will be separate?
definitely there is separation. They are headed for separation. Because one party is disciplined, the other one is not disciplined.
Which
you
is?
Know? You know that.
Which is discipline? He borrowed the money. Now, it's not about you say, "May you use and flex." That don't concern me now. You flex me with money. But the one you ask me to borrow, you should pay that one.
My business.
It's
That's
my
why
business.
I said
You flex me,
one
you flex
party
me.
is disciplined, which is the female. The man is not disciplined in the sense that.
Now, where I have a problem was where the woman have to also add her own interest on top of the one they
That is the
add.
discipline. See, it's business. Let me tell you what happens in my house. I'll excuse me. I'll need small money. Please, who has 2,000? Mommy, I do. You go and bring the money. Take, I'll take. Mommy, how much is my interest? I'll be like, what? It's business.
My child does that. My last child does that.
It's business.
He doesn't ask you how much is the interest. He brings a paper and then he writes the amount you're borrowing. Then he signs, you sign. then it tells you this is the amount you're going to pay. Do you agree? If you agree on this interest, you sign there, you put date. Then anybody that is in the house become a witness. The person will write and sign. You total the money and say you agree. So right now I'm owing him 30-something thousand that I borrowed from. so now we use the money for us. It's not his business.
It's not his business.
All he wants is that I borrow money and he has evidence.
You meet my need. You meet my daughter will tell me, Mommy, the Holy Spirit is here. That's what you hear. The Holy Spirit is here. So last week I sat there and said, come, you keep telling, I take care of your partnership in church. And she said, Mommy, it is your duty. Is it my duty?
Exactly.
And as we are talking, the father is supportive. I say, okay. So I'll have no option than to give. So I try to do that with my husband. I say, oh, come on, take that. You and your children can't play that game, not me. So I know my boundary. Now back to what we're discussing. The lady is disciplined.
Okay.
The man is not.
Because if she had not redeemed that loan, the money would have climbed to such amount that it would have been difficult for them to pay.
So he should even be grateful.
And then he said, I use the money to flex you, so I should not pay you.
He should be grateful that you have a supportive partner. Because the lady has, just remove shame, cleared it off, so that it will be internal. That is what we are talking about. And
but they have come to court now. It's not internal, it's now external. Because she took it to court.
It has gone public. And after that court, do you think they will stay together again? They won't. She wouldn't, because she has said it. Because if you could do this with, this amount of money, if there's a bigger one, we will do it.
But in the courts, the judge asked, do you love her? He said, very much. Do you love him? She said, very much. So this money, can we leave the money aside? And he said they will continue being together, but the money has to be paid. Has to be paid.
Oh man, pay the money now. Pay the money. Pay the money. That's what I tell young guys. You are not yet a man. You be like this and be running after girls. For you to be a man means that you are ready to handle responsibilities.
Are you saying that the one that already men, they don't fall into this kind of situations?
See, what makes you a man is your ability to handle situations, responsibilities. That is what I was giving birth to. A one-day-old boy is a man.
So now,
but when he grows, responsibilities and he's able to, handle them, that is what makes him.
This influencer is saying that 95% of women do not pay back. Now, are they saying that there are no men who also
there are men
that's respect agreements?
There are men that are not that are indisciplined when it comes to this. Just as we have 95%, that's how we have about 90% men that do not.
Why did you remove the 5?
Let's be fair to them.
Because you put 95 now.
They are already waiting for me as I come out. But it's true. Let me tell you a story. Some time ago, I once told somebody, I said, see, they are good at telling you, promising you, I will buy you a chopper, I will take you to Aso Rock, I will do this, I will do. If you do not know what you want, you fall for them. So I told the guy, I said, all this you have enlisted, you can do. That's okay, I've heard. So I forwarded my account details. I said, please just send me 3 million only. I said, because there's something I need to attend to. It's very urgent. You know what happened? After like 3 minutes, he called me. Helen, how dare you? Is it supposed to be? Are you taxing me? Am I not supposed to be doing willingly? Where do you expect me to get that kind of money from?
Wow.
I said, what? But you have been telling me you will do me this, you will do that for me, you will do. Just 3 million naira, you are not able to.
No, but just in due process now.
What type of
due process?
Not
an immediate 3 million. And due process, you water the ground. You start with 100,000, with 500,000, with 200,000, with 50,000. You start that, you climb up and all that. I mean, you said you get big eye now. You just rush say 3 million. What's happening?
So the duty I have to perform. Am I telling is the duty that asking me to water? Did not tell me to water. You just came bam. So if you really, what makes you a man is your ability to handle issues. If you're not, there are different ways of handling issues anyways. It's not that you must provide the money. You know, you could, wade in and, okay, let's give us some time to be able to settle this, settle that. That is it. That is communication. But in this case, no. Pay back anything, any money that is termed loan, please pay. No matter who. Because these are the things that causes rift and issues between partners. Every home should have peace. Money, absence of money is something that, so even the man, you're giving the man a sleepless night. So you, a female that is not able to return that money, you want to kill that man. So pay back. You may not pay back all at once. No matter how small, return. And then be grateful. And, positive words. Come back and say, oh, my dear, see, but give me small time. It goes down to every other relationship that you have. Peace is paramount.
It's been an interesting conversation here in the studios on The Mirror with Beauty Benjamin. I hope that you have learned something. When you borrow, or before I give my final word, let me hear what Helen has to say. What's your advice to pay back your daughter's money? Now, that's my advice to you. Pay back. Now, what's your final word to our audience out there?
If I don't pay back, I won't have rest in the house. I'll always pay. She knows. All right. To conclude this today's episode, couples should discuss financial issues openly and work together to find solutions and not dissolutions. Money is very, very important. So it is better open discussions. Let there be discussions. Heart-to-heart talk. Your goal should be solution and not dissolution. Because when solution is found, you find out that there will be peace.
Yeah.
That is my own.
And the word borrowed, loan, is not a gift. It's borrowed. He said, look, from today's discussion, we have seen that whether money borrowed should be returned or not depends on the values and agreement in each marriage. The key is clear communication, mutual respect and understanding. Remember, money may come and go, but the bond of love and unity is priceless. When you use the term borrow, loan, ensure to return back. Now, it's different from when you buy something. Borrow, because that source you went to borrow from, if you don't return it, they may see you as someone who is not disciplined, and they will not want to give you next time. Even if it's your spouse, he may not want to give you next time. It's come with trusting. Someone has to trust you to borrow you money, because money is something that it touches your hands the next minute and it's going. It's ephemeral. It fleets away. By the time, even if it's 1 billion that was given to you, by the time you pull out 1,000, before you know it's going. And so when you borrow money for a business, ensure that you have done your due diligence on that business. You've done all that you need to dig in. 90% before you start that investment, so that you can begin to get back. Do not borrow money for pleasure, for leisure, like this couple that went to court. He borrowed money, I could not pay. I said, he used the money to flex her, and so he could not pay back. Otadola's wife showed that example. Her husband has money, but she returned the money back to him. And that is what respect and trust is all about in a marriage circle. Be able to return it. And communicate. Talk about it. If there are maybe some issues that are insurmountable, you could not handle it, come to a point of discussion. Talk about it so that your spouse get to know. Don't just feel because she's my spouse or he's my spouse, oh, we love each other now, I mean, I just don't know. He
Don't
may
take
not
it
talk
for
about
granted.
it. He may not mention, or she may not mention it, but we'll put it behind or wherever. We just keep it somewhere. Next time when you come and say, ah, honey, please borrow me one. I don't get to, even when it's there, because the first time it was given, it was not respected. I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that when you use the term borrow, please pay back. It gets why? Because tomorrow you will come back and borrow again. Thank you so much for having us, and it's been nice doing this morning. Remember that every time you stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself, it tells a story. There's a reflection out there. So be that reflection, be that story, and inspire someone. My name is Beauty Benjamin. Many thanks for staying with us. Thank you.